As soon as I hit record, I looked. I thought I seen an insect, but it was just the incense. You know how when it starts to burn and it starts to fall off the ashes, it startled me. I thought it was an insect over here. But hey, y'all, I'm just sitting out here vibing in my garden that I need to come tend to. I need to pull up all those dead leaves and stuff. But look at my red cabbage and stuff like that. Honestly, I need to learn like what's in season, what's not in season. I just love planting. I just love I don't even know if tinkering around is the word, but I just love being out in my garden. This is a citronella plant that I need to we need to get it together, baby. But yeah, I'm just sitting out here in my garden. This is my plant Shanika. I named it after my sister because it looks like a lotus plant to me. But yeah, I need to get my little space in order. I'm just sitting out here chilling, Dylan. This is black tea with mushroom coffee. I got my incense. I saged my plants earlier, and I'm just sitting out here chilling. I was reflecting on the last time I had been out here because it had been about a month, and I was like, I was just checking in, like, babe, what happened? Because at one point I would sit out here in my garden and I would tend to it. I would just sit out here with Mother Nature and like we would just vibe out. And I was trying to figure out what happened, like why hadn't we been out here? And the last time I had been out here, it was right before I had a meeting with administration, and I think that's so dope. Let me see if I could get it. I love that I live in it. Like, it's just so quiet and when you come out of congestion and noise pollution and people pollution and pollution, and living by the damn Newark airport. But yeah, I was thinking about the last time I had been out here, and I've been, I tended to my garden and sat with Mother Nature. It had been prior to me having a meeting with administration. When I left out of the meeting with administration, I felt like shit. I did. I felt like shit. And I was triggered. And I was like, when was the last time like I really felt like that? And I had I realized in that moment that I'm always wanting people to see, not even just see me because I know that they see me, but acknowledge me. I used to equate my success on outside validation, like, and I began to realize that that's not living in my truth, right? Because I know who I am. Like, ever since I was a kid, like, I've always been fascinated with being a student, but also being a teacher. I've always had this personality where very artsy, always wanting to dance and move around. I realized because I have a lot of energy. There's a lot of us children that had a lot of energy and the teachers didn't know what to do with it. But it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. That just means that 9 times out of 10, you just was a really creative person and you just needed to move that energy around. So as I grew up and I got older, I learned how to channel that and do things like teach dance. And I probably went to dance school maybe for 1 year, but that's just who I am. That's in me to want to dance and teach dance, right? So I don't need nobody to tell me that. Even running about 4, 5, 6 programs in my community, and they were successful programs, like out the gate they were successful programs, because to my core, that's who I am. Like, you're gonna get a show, I didn't need nobody to tell me that about myself, and I thought that I did need that. I spend a lot of time with myself now, and I make fucking magic, and I was making magic with an audience. But I had to learn that. Like, I'll get in these moods because I'll be in these environments where people don't understand me, and I'm begging and begging for them to understand me when I have to realize they can't even see themselves. So how they gonna see me? If anything, when they see me, it makes them think about the shit that they're not doing, that they could be doing. And for some people, the way that they process that is they project it with anger. I ain't nothing but walk in love, because everything I do it with love. That's why I created always with love. I do everything with love. That's just naturally who I am. And I realize that a lot of people don't know how to walk in their love. A lot of people feel like their love was taken away from them by somebody. But it's us. We're the love. You are the love. You are the love. You don't need nobody's outside validation. I stopped sitting in my garden because I wanted somebody to see me, and they can't see me. They see me, but they can't see me. They can't see me. I shut down because it's like my little girl is like, look at me, look at me. It makes me think of when I was a kid and I wanted my mother and father to acknowledge me, and my mother and father was not in a space mentally to acknowledge me. But I also realized that I chose that in this lifetime to grow up in a karmic family where they couldn't see me, so I can see myself, right? I remember I went to a cookout, and prior to that cookout, I was getting into doing collages, digital collages. And like right after that family cookout, like I stopped because I was so focused on how the family cookout went. I was so focused on, I should have said this, I should have said that. And it changed my mood. Like, I felt like something was taken from me when it wasn't. I was triggered because I needed to learn the lesson. Like, you do not need outside validation. You don't need outside validation. We want people to see us, but remember, some people can't even see themselves. Most people can't even see themselves. To actually take a look at yourself, you will have to be honest with yourself about a lot of shit, and a lot of us are not ready to do that. We're not. When I say us, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just coming into this. I'm coming into this understanding. I'm still a student of it. I'm still learning too. So it's no judgment. I'm just processing my experience. I'm just processing, learning that fuck that outside validation. Like, you. You don't need nobody to tell you who you are. Spend time with yourself. Like, I'm always by myself. Like, it's not that I don't like people. I love people. I love humans. I love everybody. But I've spent so much of my life catering to everybody. Like, from the time I get up, ever since I was a kid, I was doing something for somebody, taking care of somebody. And I'm like training myself to not, even though I have a son and I have a wife, I'm still training myself to not jump up and go into wet nurse mode, go into nanny mode, go into taking care of somebody. Like, am I tending to myself? Am I attending to Natasha? Am I taking care of Natasha? I work at jobs. I've worked in positions where my career has been taking care of people. I'm always taking care of somebody. You gotta take care of yourself. You have to. Because if you fucking drop dead, you think this job care about you? No, they don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Take care of you. Take care of you. Take care of you. Even in your family. Like, listen. They only can see you as deep as they see themselves. Stop begging for people to see you. They cannot see themselves. Stop begging for them to see you. They cannot see themselves. Stop begging them to love you. They don't even know how to love themselves. And it's no shade. It's just